Roy Jones Jr. wants AJ to get more experience with Derrick James before facing Deontay Wilder. Let's talk, man.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. Woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This actually comes from Boxing Scene. I'm going to put the link in the description. Excuse me. It says that Roy Jones Jr. wants AJ to get more experience with Derrick James before facing Deontay Wilder. I'm going to go through this article as fast as I can, and then I'll give my opinion on this. Former 4-division champion Roy Jones Jr. would like to see Anthony Joshua face an opponent who doesn't have the punching power attributes of Deontay Wilder. Joshua returned to the ring earlier this month with a 12-round decision over Jermaine Franklin. It was Joshua's first win since 2020. The recent win helped him bounce back after a back-to-back losses to unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk. Joshua has now been discussing the scenario of facing Wilder at the end of the year in the Middle East. It's a very tough fight for him. I love AJ to death, and I think he's a great fighter, but his issue right now is dealing with punches coming back at him. So you don't want to fight Wilder, Jones told ID Boxing. Those punches that will be coming back at you from him are different to anybody else in the division. So he's got to go get that taken care of before he goes on to fight Wilder. This is so, all right, let me just get through the article and I'll just give you my opinion on it. The fight with Franklin was Joshua's first bout with new head trainer Derrick James. Joshua seemed to be a bit gun-shy when facing Franklin. Jones would like to see AJ and James gain more experience in their working relationship. He says sometimes it takes time for a fighter and trainer to get their whole aspect together. Apparently, that hasn't happened straight away, but if they stay together, then maybe they'll finally get some continuity. But they definitely didn't get any of that in the first fight, Jones said. Hopefully, they get better as they go. It sometimes takes a bit more time for things to kick in for a fighter to get on the same page. So hopefully, in the next couple of fights, they'll get better and start to gel, because in that fight, they didn't get much done at all. All right, so that's the article. I'll put the link in the description. Here's my opinion. F all of that. And I say that respectfully. Got love for Roy, but you know what? No, absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you why. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just going to tell you why. You see, what's going on with Anthony Joshua is what we said was going to happen with Anthony Joshua. What's going on with Anthony Joshua is what we said was going to happen with this guy. He was not the goods. He needed time. And all they were worried about was marketing. They did Anthony Joshua more harm than good. Now, let me take this off of AJ for a second. And let me put this on the people that marketed and promoted him. Remember, worldwide megastar, sells out the O2 Arena. Remember? And now here we are with Hall of Fame, perhaps one of the greatest men to ever lace up some gloves, Roy Jones Jr., saying that this man, Anthony Joshua, or Johnson, if you're ready, Reggie Miller, needs more fights to gel with Derrick James to fight Deontay Wilder. You know, the guy that couldn't sell out Alabama. You know, the guy that can't box. All he has is a right hand. That guy, the brokest heavyweight in the world. That's what people were telling me he was on Facebook when I was on Facebook. Remember that? Now AJ needs more time to gel with a coach. What did he say? 2-3 more fights? What are you talking? Listen, what is this avoiding Deontay Wilder? When we told people, these people were avoiding him. Everyone looked at us like we was crazy. And I'm talking about the people that support Deontay Wilder, the people that supported AJ and actually wanted the fight. There were people that supported AJ and said, look, man, just fight the guy. You know what AJ said? You fight him. You fight him. You remember AJ did that interview? If I fight him in, what did he say? I don't recall the years, but 2021, 2022, 2023, I'm fighting when I know I'm ready to when I know I could win. So you got Derek James, and you agreed to fight allegedly in December. So you must think you can win. I don't know if Roy is aware of that. You know, a lot of these fighters, as great as they are, they're not aware of certain things. You know, just like Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones didn't know that Paulie Malignaggi was an effing racist. When they were reviewing what Devin Haney said, when he said, oh, I think Lomachenko was the white boy that can beat you. Well, Paulie, we're about to find out, but that's for another video. You know, Lomachenko, the guy that was avoiding Devin Haney, right? What I'm saying is these legends go in there with a half-ass conversation, half-ass information. They don't know what we know. Why? Because they're cutting their own deals. They're worried about where they're getting their next check coming from. They're doing other interviews and doing appearances and stuff. They don't have time to do the research that we make time to do. And salute to Roy, but he doesn't know what we were dealing with here. Trying to explain to everybody that supported AJ unconditionally that Eddie Hearn was doing him more harm than good. Their only argument, listen to the only argument that the AJ fans had. I'm talking about the clueless ones. Look at how fast he got those 3 belts. He said, yeah, look at them. Look at how fast he got those belts. He got those belts with no experience. Because as soon as he got in front of Usyk, he didn't know what to do. And I'm going to tell you something. That didn't have much to do with training. What you saw was who AJ is. And in that Franklin fight, I'm sorry to say, his aura of invincibility is now gone. There are people looking for smoke with Anthony Joshua. But here's what's consistent. There aren't that many people looking for smoke with Deontay Wilder. What a difference 4 years make, right? Before, all Deontay Wilder had was a right hand, allegedly. That's what y'all said, right? But let me quote what Roy Jones just said in this article. Okay? But the issue right now is dealing with punches coming back at him. So you don't want to fight Wilder. That's what Jones said. Those punches that will be coming back at you from him are different to anybody else in the division. So he's got to go get that taken care of, before he goes in front of Wilder. That's what Roy Jones said. Meaning, Deontay has improved. The time for AJ to have gotten Deontay out of there was about 4 years ago. He had a better chance because now Deontay's different. And I know the Robert Helenius fight was only 1 round. But go look at that fight. I saw lateral movement. I saw a jab. And he knocked this guy going, he knocked him out going backwards, y'all. I was there. I saw it. I heard it. What Anthony Joshua brings is what he's always brought. I didn't see anything different with Franklin. I don't think he was gun shy with Franklin. I think he was working on some stuff, but it wasn't working out because Franklin wasn't cooperating. And Franklin wasn't intimidated. And here we go again with people inadvertently protecting Anthony Joshua from Deontay Wilder. But if they got it done for December, they got it done in the Middle East. And I'm going to say about that matchup what I said about the Franklin matchup. If AJ wins, I'm giving Derek James the credit. If AJ lost, I'm blaming Anthony Joshua. If he beats Deontay, I'll give James the credit. I ain't giving it to AJ. And that's me being petty. Because I haven't forgot about those fans who have since deserted him. Where's the Anthony Joshua fans? You guys used to be all in our chats, chatting shit. Where y'all at? He needs you. I don't care for y'all. I'm just wondering where y'all went. Because he needs you more than anything. You abandoned ship. Deontay Wilder got cheated out of his mind. We've been here. This guy loses to Ruiz. The first half of y'all left, and y'all made excuses. The ones that stuck around made excuses for him. He gets his belts back, loses to Usyk twice. Y'all haven't been seen since. We told you guys were frauds. We're here for the long haul, baby. We love boxing, and boxing don't love us. We stand by a lot of fights, and we were standing with AJ. Y'all bought into the marketing scheme. Gave this man a bunch of belts. You put him in a position where he can get belts. And when he got it from the real competition, he got outclassed and then had the nervous breakdown at the end of the damn fight. Now, what's he going to do in December? I'll let y'all think about that. But enough with the Anthony Joshua Protection Agency. I understand what Roy's saying, but in reality, no. This man's a former unified champion. There is no warm-up fights anymore. Deontay Wilder is a former world champion. He jumped right back in the ring and fought Robin Helenius, who just had 2 wins over a top-tier fighter in Adam Kownacki. So I don't want to hear it. Helenius was a live dog. And he got put to sleep. Franklin, was he a live dog? I'd say so. He barely screeched that out, AJ did. It was now every fight moving forward for Anthony Johnson is deemed dangerous. Why? Because now people are saying he's mentally weak. What a difference some years make. Remember when Deontay Wilder was the face of depression? And, I think he's depressed and he's not talking to anybody. No, he's just keeping it to himself. He didn't want to talk to the media. Because the media is FOS. That's an acronym full of, yeah. This guy is depressed. This guy is the face of depression. Mentally weak. That's right. You joined the ranks of the Teofimo Lopez's and the Oliver McCalls of the world. And let me tell you something else. You better not take that Dillian White fight in between, because you know something. One thing I will say is Dillian White, he's either going to win or he's going to lose. He's made peace with that. Dillian White is mentally stronger than you. You can get in there and lose that fight, man. So I don't want you, you know what? Pull a Ryan Garcia. Don't take no fights in between. Wait till December. I ain't going to be mad at you. Just stay in shape and listen to what Derrick James is telling you. Watch all the tape you want. You got a bunch of old fights for Deontay to watch in that 1 round with Robin Helenius. And maybe you can go to Instagram and watch Deontay hit pads with Malik. You can do that. Ain't going to help you. I know D would have knocked your head off 4 or 5 years ago, and he'll knock your head off in December. But you know what? It's all good. Prove me wrong. But no, Brother Roy, no. Former unified champion, he don't need no experience. Give him guts. Let me know what you think. Bronx on deck.